Now, Fox 49 News at 10.
The tense standoff in Idaho ends peacefully as 5 siblings surrender to authorities. Good evening, I'm Mark Blazewski. Welcome to Fox 49 News at 10. Janelle Wang has the night off. The waiting game in Garfield Bay, Idaho is over. 5 children holed up in their family home following their mother's arrest on child neglect charges have surrendered to sheriff's deputies. Fox's Jonathan Seri reports.
The stalemate in northern Idaho has reached a peaceful conclusion. All of the events unfolded here. This is the McGuckin family property. On the tree there, you can see the beware of dog sign. At one point, there were reports of as many as 27 vicious dogs guarding the property. Over here, you can see law enforcement keeping a steady presence. First of all, protecting the scene over here, but also making sure that those dogs don't become a threat to the surrounding community. At 6 p.m. local time, Pacific time, the 5 children who had been holed up in this house here were seen riding in an SUV, leaving the scene. Authorities took them to the hospital in the nearby town of Sandpoint to get checked out as a precaution. Director of Nursing Susan Montgomery says they're in good shape. This ends a 5-day standoff which began with the Tuesday arrest of the children's mother, Joanne McGuckin, over allegations of child neglect. Earlier, when authorities had tried to take the kids who lived on this property into protective custody, they retreated into the home. The home was apparently stocked with guns and also those vicious dogs. The sheriff gave deputies strict orders not to use force. Instead, the strategy was to negotiate the children out of the house, to make them leave voluntarily. Well, that finally happened this Saturday evening. That's the latest from northern Idaho. I'm Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
At least 3 people have ordered to take in all 6 kids so they can stay together, and one of the children, a 15-year-old brother, left the home on Thursday. Vancouver police are asking for your help in locating a missing elderly woman. Dolores V. Landau was last seen wearing a gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. 3 search and rescue teams are trying to find the woman. Authorities say she does suffer from Alzheimer's disease and are concerned for her safety.
She has a history of possible dementia-related problems, and we're hoping that if the public sees her, they could call 911 so that we can find her.
The 67-year-old woman has been missing since yesterday. Again, if you know of Dolores Landau's whereabouts, Vancouver police ask that you call 911. A day of rafting turned deadly for a Salem man after his boat capsized. 54-year-old Grant Steinbach and his 53-year-old companion were rafting in the North Santiam River east of Stayton when their boat hit a log jam and capsized. Steinbach was sucked underwater and got caught among tree roots in the jam. His companion was able to paddle to shore. Authorities say both men were wearing life jackets. If you plan to do any water activities in the Willamette River this weekend, you may want to make new plans. Portland's Environmental Services Bureau advises the public against any recreational activity in which water may be swallowed. This advisory comes because of yesterday's rain caused Portland's combined sewers to overflow. People who fish should wash their hands, and if you eat fish caught in the Willamette, cook it thoroughly to kill bacteria. This warning is in effect through Sunday. The Portland School District has undergone a shortage. It's not books or supplies that are in need, but rather groundskeepers. As Fox 49's Brooke Carlson explains, students at a local high school are trying to clean up the situation.
We'll talk about school spirit. Tons of Lincoln High School students spent their Saturday cleaning the school's grounds. Something these students do at least 4 times a year. It's what they call campus beautification. Today's campus sprucing, though, was a bit overwhelming.
We cannot mow the grounds, and so our grass is at least 4 or 5 inches long right now.
The Portland School District employs just 3 groundskeepers for over 90 sites, making it an impossible task to keep up. But because these students take such pride in their school, they say they have no problem pitching in.
So it's just very important that we take care of our own school the best we can, especially since it's such a very public and visible site.
Another site that's probably seen often, the bathroom stalls.
See, ours is a replica of the Scream, except we're going to have Abe Lincoln right here with his just same expression.
Art history students thought the bathroom as well could use a little touch-up. Each stall will now represent a different art movement. And while this may be an odd place for students to express themselves, they say you can never stop learning. Volunteers at Lincoln say even if the school district did hire enough groundskeepers, they would still like to be able to give their school a little TLC.
I think it's important for people to own the space that they're in, and I think that this is a good way of having people feel like they have something invested in the community.
Brooke Carlson, Fox 49 News.
235 Weyerhaeuser workers will lose their jobs. About 140 employees will be laid off in Springfield, along with 95 others in Longview, Washington. The announcement comes right after nearly 1,400 pulp and paper workers ended an 18-day strike by approving a new contract. The Forest Products Company says weak demand for linerboard and paper forced the layoffs. It's going to cost you more to reach out and touch someone. Starting in July, AT&T is increasing its long-distance rates for the nearly 28 million customers who subscribe to the basic plan. Now, those are people who do not pay a minimum fee for calling plans.